Stephanie's paternity suspicions harass Chad. And Everett as daddy prospects, Stephanie Johnson may be in for a difficult situation according to Days of Our Lives. Stephanie definitely fears that she slept with Harris Michaels because she awoke in his bed. Of course, the entire night was a drunken blunder that Stephanie will wish to forget. And it may not be that simple if Stephanie becomes pregnant. Based on how things are going, Stephanie could be a prime candidate for a paternity investigation. Days may have wanted to include an extra father choice. Because this bedroom blunder with Harris feels a little odd, Chad DiMera, who has been sleeping with Stephanie until lately, would undoubtedly be another. Stephanie didn't leave until she discovered Chad. It purchased Gwen von Leischen as part of the newspaper in order to get rid of Everett formally breaking up with Chad on Jules' December 18 episode. Days predicts that things will get complicated when Stephanie spends Christmas with Chad and the kids. That could tug at Stephanie's heartstrings and make her worry if their little family has a future. Stephanie reuniting with Chad after sleeping with Harris and Everett would be intriguing. Stephanie might later learn she has a bun in the oven and have no idea who it belongs to. As Chad and Everett continue their quest to be the last man standing, there may be some paternity test manipulation. Although Days has a lot of baby drama going on right now, they may want to start a fresh pregnancy storyline to prepare for the next round. Do you believe Stephanie will eventually find out she's pregnant and need confirmation of who the father is? And end up in bed together. Could Harris, Days of Our Lives and updates tease Harris Michaels joining Stephanie Johnson and Jada Hunter for a day of drinking at Brady's pub. Harris stays after Jada leaves. And after some more day drinking, he and Stephanie end up in bed together. Our daily lives, that's a lot of drinking during the day. Jada and Stephanie had a down and dreary day. Especially Jada, who got two terrible reminders, and Chad DiMera blew it with Stephanie yet again. Harris stayed with Stephanie after Jada left, implying that they both had the day off from the police station because Harris is Jada's partner. Stephanie had already drank quite a bit and continued to drink when Harris arrived, and they continued to drink as well, so they were quite drunk. Our daily lives, Stephanie and Harris continue day drinking after Jada has left and end up in bed together. Harris joins her Stephanie does not want to get a room to dry out and sleep it off intentionally, but they're both intoxicated. The dual Salem Inn is renamed the Stumble Inn. Needless to say, the Salem Inn becomes the Stumble Inn for Stephanie and Harris, and they basically fall into the one bed, and Stephanie decides she needs some comfort. Harris is quickly all over her, and despite his reservations, he engages and the two-day drunk acquaintances commit the act. What's even more weird is that this is the guy who delivered exploding pizza. Harris was brainwashed by Megan DiMera while they were in Seattle, but she was brutally hurt and her father went missing. They ultimately fall asleep and don't wake up until who is worried about him, and on top of that, he gets a call to duty. He have to explain himself when he discovers that Ava happened to observe both of them emerge from the Salem Inn after going missing overnight. Stephanie will have to explain herself if she does not return home overnight and her father goes out seeking for her. They are both humiliated and mortified to learn that they have been missed and sought for, and that they have behaved like a pair of teens on prom night. They both agreed that they should start drinking at home from now on. Gaby is injured in prison, and Clyde orders the attack as a warning to Stefan. According to Days of Our Lives, Stefan DiMera will learn some disturbing news concerning Gaby Hernandez DiMera, and that means Clyde Weston has Stefan exactly where he wants him. Clyde may either keep Gaby behind bars or make her exposed to attacks. It all hinges on whether Stefan follows Clyde's regulations. Now that he's Avafali's business partner in Clyde's drug operation, Days predicts that Stefan will irritate Clyde and Gaby will pay the price. During the week, Gaby will sustain injuries in the slammer, and Stefan will automatically assume Clyde is to blame. Stefan will erupt in a rage after he receives information on Gaby's condition and will share his findings with Ava. Days predicts that Stefan will be convinced that Clyde organised the attack on Gaby solely to send an alarming message. For Stefan, this will be a harsh message from Clyde, a reminder that he may do a lot worse if Stefan does not cooperate. But all evidence leads to Clyde flexing his muscles and letting Stefan know who's boss. There's no need for Gaby's life is in danger, so Stefan will have to tread carefully as he decides how to deal with this rising threat, according to today's spoilers. And Clyde is clearly escalating the stakes, so Stefan will be worried and enraged about the corner he's been backed into. Will Stefan ever gain the upper hand on Clyde, or at the very least drive him to a stalemate? Time will tell. But it appears Stefan will have to submit for Gaby's sake, at least for the time being. According to Days of Our Lives, Gaby's injuries will make Stefan more afraid than ever. Ava and Stefan set a death trap for Clyde. Priest Lucas guarantees last rites. Rumours in Days of Our Lives tease in Statesville. Using a poison Ava
drink
Vitale
that
and
Stefan
Stefan
will set up a
Our Daily Lives Clyde Weston has irritated Ava Vitale and Stefan DeMera. Ava and Stefan are sick of Clyde, as are several other Salem residents, including E.J. DeMera and Chad DeMera. He's blackmailing Ava and Stefan to run his drug operation in Salem, and if he were slain, there'd be less violence in town. Our Daily Lives, Ava and Stefan set a death trap for Clyde Priest Lucas guarantees last rites. Ava is in a difficult situation since she must conceal her involvement from her boyfriend, Detective Harris Michaels, Steve Burton. Stefan was enlisted after Ava murdered Clyde's thug, Gil Carter, for attempting to rape her. After all, Clyde would not want anything to happen to Stefan's wife, and discussions must be held in secret, as well as the priest costume being supplied. Stefan decides to handle the deliveries and Lucas' visit because he is going to see Gaby on the women's side anyway. Lucas is no stranger to elaborate plans, having been imprisoned for staging a kidnapping of Sammy Brady Allison Sweeney in order to make himself a hero to her. This plan to kill Clyde, which Lucas has always wanted to accomplish, will require as many complex details as Sammy's kidnapping and will take advantage of Clyde's love of booze. Days of Our Lives contaminated communion wine ignored in plain sight Clyde, along with his old comrade Orpheus. Very much rules the show in Statesville, but they have a problem bringing liquor in. The sole alcoholic beverage in Statesville is the communion wine kept by the chaplain for use in the prison chapel, which is where Lucas's disguise comes in. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any updates.